What up, y'all? Welcome to the video. As y'all coming in, smash the like button and subscribe to the channel if you're not already subscribed. So, we got the Tank versus Lamont Roach rematch coming in June. I heard like the 21st. I think that's the date I heard. And after watching the first fight, I told everybody who was watching me, I had Tank winning 7-5, and I had Tank winning the fight or whatever. But with this rematch, it's just some things I think Tank should do that I seen him do in the past that he didn't do for this fight or whatever. One thing was that when he fought Lamont Roach, I'm not gonna say he took it easy on him, but he just wasn't his best. Like, and even if you look at like his body physique, it looked like he did a lot of conditioning, a lot of cardio for that fight. He didn't really focus on like strength training. Like, he wasn't cut up. He looked small compared to Lamont Roach. Lamont was at least a weight class or two bigger than him, even, you know. And Tank was just fighting the bigger guy or whatever. But Tank obviously was punching harder than Lamont, and you can tell, like, if you look at their appearances after the fight, Tank, clean face, he was straight in, no marks, no bruises, no swelling. Lamont, he was all puffed up, you know, because even though he had good defense during the fight, he was catching a lot of them blows too. But a lot of people who be hating on Tank don't want to really give him credit for that, whatever. But I seen it. And another thing that I think I want Tank to do for the rematch, right, when he get everything right, get super locked in, you know, with his coaches or whatever, I want to see Tank, like, punish Lamont. I want to see him, like, punish him. Like, because when Tank was, like, throwing his shots, he was just trying to get the openings. And it was just certain punches Lamont would, like, take the steam off of some Tank punches. So he wasn't even feeling the full effect, you know, the full effect of a lot of his shots. Like, he was, like, pull it back with the Philly shell, take some steam off the straight left hand from Tank. And it was like other shots he was like halfway blocking, or he was catching it, but he was still getting hit with a little bit. But it was just certain shit that Tank was doing where he was like trying to find openings, picking his shots. But I want Tank like to hurt him. He got us to hurt him, bro. Especially since how they try to play with him after this fight, after the first fight, how they play with him. If I'm Tank, which I know he probably doing because I heard him say it already, he got to train his butt off. He got to go hard. When Lamont is like trying to block and he going his little full guard, I want to see Tank, instead of trying to like punch around his block all the time, I want him to punch through his block. You know, he got to beat on them arms, beat on that body, like punch through his ass. Like, every time he block and make him drop that full guard. You know what I'm saying? Like, because Tank hit it harder than Lamont. He was the harder puncher in there, bro. So all he got to do, I feel like, he just got to get locked in. You know what I'm saying? Get locked in with his trainers, Coach Kenny and, you know, Calvin Ford, his coaches or whatever. He got to lock in. I mean, I heard certain little rumors or whatever, but they was there. They was still in the corner. Rather they was training him or not, it don't matter. I just think Tank wasn't that focused. It's a lot of things I seen him do that he can do. He wasn't his best, but Lamont Roach was his best. And he still beat him in my eyes and a lot of other people's eyes. So that's my opinion on this situation, man. I want to see Tank, you know, he got to punish him. I heard Calvin saying that a lot, actually, when he's training. Tank, he always talking about how he want him to punish him. He don't really like knockouts. You know what I'm saying? He trying to get the fight stopped. He trying to have the referee come over here and be like, let me look at it. Nah, we done. That's what type of timing he on. And that's what type of Tank I want to see. I want to see his ass hurt him, bro. Fold him up. You know what I'm saying? Lamont had his poker face on, but it was some shots in there. I seen that. Nigga, I seen it. He was like, damn. But then he had that poker face on, and he bit down, and he kept coming. You know, actually, I can't say he kept coming. Like, him and Tank kept coming. They was going back and forth. Tank met him right in the middle of the ring, even when he was, countering Tank with the right hand. It was one right hand where I seen Lamont hit Tank with. That was Lamont's best punch in that fight. Tank took like a step back. I heard somebody say he was hurt. Man, that's not hurt. When you hurt somebody and they really hurt, you gonna be able to tell that shit not no hurting, bro. That's just, he hit him with a good shot. He was still good. He stepped right back to him, got in the mix. You know what I'm saying? Got the trading blows again. So that ain't nobody who's hurt, who just, constantly, ain't nobody trying to get knocked out. So yeah, man, it is what it is, though. Everybody got their opinions. But like I said, man, what I want to see Tank doing a rematch, man, I want to see him punish Lamont, beat that boy down, man. Beat that boy down. Punch through that guard. Punch his arms. You know what I'm saying? Hit him in the neck. Hit him in the head. Everywhere. Everywhere he going. Punch through his gloves. Hurt that boy, man. Get that boy up out of here and win me some money, Tank, man. Y'all hit that like button. Subscribe if you ain't subscribed already. I'm out. Deuces.